Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you guys are new, welcome. I am so happy to have you here, you guys, because I just launched a brand new product, and through launching my new product, I learned so much that I want to share with you. So you guys, if you don't know, like I said, I just launched a new product. It is called the M's Planner. It is a digital planner. It comes with digital stickers, all of those amazing things. It truly is a lovely product, and I encourage everybody to go to the link in my bio to make sure you check it out, see what I've been working with, But like I said, this time with releasing this new product, I really decided to take it upon myself to actually do some sort of strategy versus just being like, hey guys, I have a new product. No, this time around, it was very important for me to try to do my best in successfully launching a product. So I did a ton of research on product launches, and there were a few key points that really came up and really stood out to me that I want to share with you. And then also, there are a lot of things that I wish I would have done better and I wish I would have done differently. So I'm going to go ahead and share some of the key points today, but let's go ahead and start with number one, which would be to build buzz around the brand. So upon my research, I realized okay, they say that you need to have at least 2 weeks of pre-launch mode, promoting the product before you actually start selling the product. And that doesn't mean on day one start, hey, no, you ease into selling the product pretty much. But upon my journey of launching this new product, I realized that 2 weeks most definitely was not enough time. I would most definitely recommend 3 to 4 weeks of pre-launch. If you are somebody like De'Ara, who just launched her new sunglass line, she can do that. She can do two weeks pre-launch and still sell out of all her product, because De'Ara has that big following. But if you are someone who doesn't have the same following as De'Ara, I would highly recommend 3 to 4 weeks of intentional launch. I think honestly 4 weeks might be long, but 3 weeks really of intentional launch will really help boost your sales up on your actual launch. When it comes to the pre-launch and really starting out the launch of your new product, some of the things that I personally had did with my launch was I just did a photo shoot, and the caption was something new is coming. So people knew to expect something new from me. They didn't know what that was. It could have been a baby, it could have been anything, but it was a new product. And I just posted a photo, and I had a photo of my M's logo, which is literally MMZ. That could have been anything, you guys. People are like, what is it? That's what I did to start introducing my brand new product to people, putting it in your heads that there's something new coming. Now, maybe you don't do it the way that I did, because like I said, you can see on the screen my logo for M's. That's a little different. That worked for me. Now, if you have a logo that says such and such lash line, people know already what it is that you're doing. So what you want to do is just really find an intentional way to ease into launching your new product. And I think that's something that I did very well when it comes to launching my new product, just really easing into it. And literally, I promoted it through every post. And that's something also I believe that I did well, and I would like to encourage you, is to tie your product into everything, every post. Like I said, De'Ara, hers, she had an amazing launch strategy, and I'm gonna link a video below so you guys can see the breakdown of her launch strategy. But just tying it in, she could get away with not tying her Lorraine into everything. But you, on the other hand, you have to tie it in seamlessly. It doesn't have to be boom, a flyer, I have a new product. No, you need to tie it in seamlessly. And that's something that I did. Every post that I made from the start of my launch date, which ended up being 3 weeks, to the release of my date, had M's included in there somewhere. So I would definitely say start sharing the name of your product. and maybe share like the date that people can expect for things to come out. Like, just ease into it. And that's when I say a 3-week launch period, that's what I mean. Like, the first week of launching to me would be what I was doing, introducing M's, like putting it in my post in like a slide, you know, like, versus doing that for like 2 weeks. That's too much. And that's something I also feel I could have done better, because I did that for a bit too long, versus like moving forward. Like, okay, that's the first step, is to start sharing the name and stuff and everything. But the second step, you need to like move on from that and start marketing it more. Maybe show photos of the product. So another thing that they put on the launch strategy was to get testimonials from beta students and clients, was to start sharing imagery like flyers and posts, and share lots of audio and video clips. And that's another great way to prepare it. So week 1, boom, we are showing like what this product is, like not what it is, but we're sharing the name of the product, planting the seed in your heads. Week 2, I would honestly focus on like actually showing the product. And from that point on, you can really start marketing and creating like the content for, like, start making reels surrounding your product. And with that, like, I think it's very important not just to start sharing and making content without selling the product. If you're going to start sharing the actual product and showing what it is, you desperately need to at least have an email list. Like, have your website already built so that you have an email list that people will go to your website. Because if you marketing it and they go to your website, they must have liked what they saw and they want to know, okay, when can I get that? So they're going to go to their website. If you turn them away from your website without like getting an email at least, now you're missing out on sales. So direct that traffic in week 2 to your website by really like building up that email list, showing the product, this is what it does, this is how it works. And then upon launch, you can email all those same people who are just so interested in your product, and then now they can purchase your product. So that's week 2. I will focus on like building up that content, sharing lots of imagery, doing lots of TikToks and reels surrounding your product. Like, this is your baby. This needs to be the focus. The focus, not you no more during launch weeks. Like, you need to really create content surrounding your product. I would say week 3 and your launch needs to also be the same as week 2. But if you could step it up a notch even more, really do so. Like, really start building that social media account, the social media accounts for the new product. I think it's so important. Like, by week 2, when you start showing what the product is, you need to move from promoting it on all of your platforms to promoting it on its own platform. And you can still use your platform to promote it, but you really need to move your audience to where it needs to be, to where you're selling the product, to its own thing. Those are just a couple things that I wanted to point out when it came to my launch strategy. A couple more things I wanted to point out for you guys is to, like I said, do beta testing. If you can offer the product to somebody, like I have a digital planner, so if I can go send that to another YouTuber, be like, hey, can you kind of like do a little review or use my product? You don't even have to review it. Use my product and let me know how the product is, okay? And from that point, you can really like start sharing their testimonials, figure out where you can tweak this product. Because if it's just you testing the product, that's you kind of doing it wrong, because you need many people to test it so they can honestly let you know how this works for everyone. Like, it could work for you, but then you have a whole nother person over here, that's a whole nother market right there. If they didn't test it, it might not work for them. Like, you just have to really send it out, like get other people, trusted people involved. You don't have to tell the world, but really like have a mastermind group, a select few people, a diverse group of people to really help you. Like, in my instance, I have a digital planner, so I could have a single mother using my planner. I could have a family woman using my planner. I could have a high school kid using my planner. I could have a focus group to really promote your product to, but a diverse focus group. So this works for different people, or a group that's like really focused on your target audience. Gather a bunch of people together that really like are the type of people that you want to promote your product to, just so that you guys can really get like the feedback that you need when it comes to developing a product. So after beta testing, another thing that I want to mention is to set goals and metrics. Set like follower goals, set email list goals. How many emails do you want to collect? Set site visitor goals, reviews, like set different goals so that you can see how you're doing. And you always want to set goals, because if you don't, you're just aimlessly running a business, and what's the point? Like, get somewhere with it. So set you some goals. And honestly, those are really the things that I wanted to mention as far as the launch strategy, some of the things that I used when it came to launching my product. But you guys, when I tell you there are so many things that I did wrong, which is what I really want to talk to you guys about. I have a whole list here that, not that I did it wrong, but things I could have done better. So like I said, you want to have your 3-week intentional launch period. I was so, discombobulated when it came to my launch. Like, I've been working on this planner for quite some time, but the thing is, it's a planner. I didn't want to wait too long to launch a 1-year planner, because then what's the point? Because now you only have the planner for 6 months if I would have waited that long. So I was doing my best to try to get it out immediately. And I had been working on the planner, you guys. I created a whole planner. It had a whole nother name, you guys. And then I realized, like, this will sell to a certain group of people, but this is not something that's going to eventually be in stores. And then I really took some time to really think. And I'm like, okay, that's not going to work. We need something different, something that's going to be timeless and long lasting, something revolutionary. And that's when I said, okay, M's is the planner. But I had already been like, okay, this has to come out on May 1st. And it was literally like late April. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I have to hurry up and create this planner. Also, while designing the planner, I also have to launch the planner. It was a lot. So I said all that to say that, yes, I did the 3-week launch period, but it wasn't as intentional as I would have liked, because if the product was already done, I could have really focused more on the launch. And that's another point that I want to make, you guys. It's to be ahead, move in advance. Like, don't start launching your product or promoting your product until you know that the product is done. I think it's so important to be very patient with yourself when it comes to launching a product. Like, I know we all want to rush it, and I feel in my case it needed to kind of be done. But then again, like, I feel if I wouldn't have rushed it, it would have been so much better. But like, take your time to develop your product. Then from there, this is all before launch, okay? Develop the product. Then from there, start getting your focus group together, getting their feedback. So then okay, this product's not ready to go out yet, or this product is ready to go out. And once the product is done, it's like, okay, I can set that on the shelf. Now I can focus on my launch strategy, okay? Without any extra stuff. Because imagine trying to develop your product at the same time as launching your product. It's hard and it's not smart, because then you have your people expecting this product on a certain day. If it don't end up being ready by that certain day, now you looking bad. So another thing that I believe that I did, I could have done better when it comes to launching my product, was really shooting a ton of the content in advance. Like, I would honestly recommend to you guys having specific content days before you start the launch. Specific content days with creating the content for your product, designing flyers, logos, whatever you need to promote the product. Like, have everything done before you launch the product, because it's going to help you out so much. So again, I was designing the planner during the launch strategy, the launch period. I was launching the product, like trying to promote it, and I was trying to create all the content forward while doing that. It was a hot mess, you guys. Don't just create content for the launch, because you have to focus on the after launch content as well, which is what, girl, when I tell you, it screwed me up. It screwed me up. Like, you really need to have dedicated time to creating your product, creating the content for your product, creating your strategy for launching the product so that you can have a seamless launch into a nice sale. Make sure your website is done. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was working on the website the night before I launched my product, and then the day of launching my product, like, the website wasn't working, so I had to actually start selling the product the next day. Like, it was a mess, and that's why I'm saying all that needs to be done before you start launching. You need to have the website done, the product done, the content done. All of that needs to be done before you actually start promoting your product. The last thing I really want to say is to take care of yourself. This is something, like I said, I could have done better. Taking care of myself, making sure I'm sleeping, eating, being organized. Like, if you have a job you work in, I have a business, a graphic design business. I had all these other projects to work on while I'm doing this. Like, you need to plan in advance. Know that, okay, I gotta work these days, so this is how I'm gonna do this. Like, you really have to be strategic. Make sure you take care of your body. Make sure you're resting. Make sure you're eating well so you can be energized. Like, make sure you take care of yourself before and during the launch, because you want it to be seamless. You want it to be easeful, and you don't want it to be a hot, stressed mess how I had mine. And you guys, that's really what I wanted to share with y'all. If y'all have any more questions about launching your product, if you have any advice, if you have anything you want to talk to me about, ask me about, put it in the comments, you guys, so that I can really help y'all out and that you can help me out for next time, because we really want to have successful businesses and we want to have successful launches. So take some of those things that I told y'all and really apply them to yourself, whether you're launching a new product, a new podcast, a new business, like whatever it is. Take what I told you and apply it, you guys, because it'll save you in the end. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Thank you for tuning in. I love y'all so much. That's my niece's foot because she's taking a nap next to me. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.